So, odds of restart is how high?
Well, I don't have any
You
coffee.
don't have your coffee anymore.
No, I'm not drinking any more coffee. It's too late for that. So I think we'll have a flawless start without any issues. I totally didn't jinx it. It'll be interesting to see. I'm actually looking forward to this because TWA has been doing great. They haven't lost a single map, so honestly, I want to see what they do. What's their plan?
Yep. Everyone brought an Orlan. We did it right.
And alright, let's see then. We have double Charles Martel and Chapar Kutuzov Benson Lo Yang with double NCs on OM against NC Amag, Charles M. Chapar Kutuzov. Triple DDs. We have an Ognevoy for TBA, which I do quite like seeing.
Yeah. And maybe that's what they've been doing. They've just been utilizing the 3 destroyers very effectively.
And
because so far we've seen teams with 3 destroyers. We've seen a lot of teams with 3
teams
destroyers
with
today,
3 destroyers have been losing pretty consistently,
yeah,
I would say.
And TBA immediately punches out all 3 DDs for separate caps.
And
there's no concern about holding back a DD to smoke up early. It seems like they're just going straight for the caps.
Yep, straight up.
And that might be it.
I like that. I think that's the whole point of running triple DD is you go for all caps and then you retreat if needed.
I would not be surprised if the early triple or the caps they get from this, if that's what kind of spurs teams on to mistakes because they feel like they're losing up on the whole cap.
Ognevoy is spotted very early. He is smoking up though, smoking himself. But once again, when you have triple DD, you can afford to smoke yourself in a DD without issues because, well, you got smokes to spare. A lot of incoming fire.
He's also running defensive AR right now. He's lost 3k health, roughly.
Roger. Some strafes from the Shokaku striker man, but not having too much luck. He's tied up the fighters though. And actually one of the fighters are tied up above the Ognevoy, so he's probably going to lose that fight, and then that fighter will reinforce. Yeah, very even fight. Very even fighter fight overall. I think they're going to go out evenly. C is being contested now by TWA. Benson is moving there very slowly. In fact, Flambas is playing it very safe. And the double Charles Martel flank is being sent to A so far.
Where's the Chapaev of OM right now?
Chapaev is moving towards C with the rest of the group, and Benson is smoking him up, so I assume he's been staying undetected the entire time.
Yeah, we haven't... Well, we saw him early. Alright, smoke is dissipating now, forcing the Ognevoy to bail on B.
Indeed. Lo Yang is spotted. Is that radar? No, it's plane spotting. It's plane spotting that's keeping him visible.
Yeah, that drop though is forcing him to move in a very predictable pattern. Gets lucky. No connections from the North Carolina AP.
That's the Chapaev radar. And that is going to force him out, no doubt.
There's about to be another North Carolina AP salvo here.
And that fighter got locked very close to the NC, so instantly lost pretty much all the planes. Meanwhile, A does fall into TWA hands, but this chip damage on this Lo Yang is quite nice since they are also getting the cap from this, I assume. And
oh, there it is. Oh, it wasn't too significant, but down to 8k now from 17.
Big torps coming in towards the NC Maverick, but I think... Actually, no, he overturned a bit to the right. He's going to eat one on the nose. Even the Kutuzov might eat one unless... Oh, this is one for Maverick at least. Kutuzov does torpedo beat it. that forced repair from Maverick since it was on the nose, guaranteed flooding. OM does
I don't think there's
B.
anything else to. Yeah, there's nothing to follow up on that. North Carolina having to pop his.
No, he's got double smoke there in form of Loyang and KoTS, so it's unlikely anything is gonna follow from that.
Oh, Ognivoy forced to pop smoke here in the open.
Oh, but once again, I think
Yeah,
they're giving the Ognivoy a very free role, meaning the Benson and the Loyang are smoking for the team, and the Ognivoy is allowed to basically go solo, contest and torp, and can smoke himself, which isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's a good way of using a flanking DD. You can't really push aggressively with a DD if you have no smoke, so they are giving him freedom. Meanwhile, Radical Larry is being chunked quite heavily, and Imperatore of Chaos, the Chaphead, has lost about a fifth of his health. Larry won't have too many issues there. Benson will come back and smoke him. Meanwhile, though, I think the Loyang has returned to sea and is contesting at carrier, already flying over there to spot this double Charles Martel flank. I don't know how much damage they've done, but they haven't received too much. Absolute Dominance has taken some damage, but overall it seems pretty safe. They're just harassing A.
That's a pretty good strafe by, that's what, 7 fighters, I think, traded for 1. It's not bad at all.
Loyang undetected. Is Chapav gonna radar? I don't think they have firing arcs on him. He's behind the island. I think OM is going to lose control of C here. Meanwhile, some big torps in the smoke catch Maverick again on the nose by the looks of it, and he is forced to once again damage con and repair. The problem, of course, with torpedo damage is that it's not repairable, since it's kind of like Citadel damage, so you can only repair 10%. The Ognivoy does get spotted, but he's been doing a lot of work harassing this team at B. Here comes the battleship AP. He gets so lucky. Oh,
that dispersion was good as well.
Yeah,
it was like all around him. Really
I was expecting the chunk, but I think he got like.
Yeah, I was waiting for, you know how sometimes there's a delay where
the
shells hit, but it takes a while for it to update. I was waiting for like, I don't know, a solid 6K.
I think they managed to like just perfectly bracket him on all sides without a single one penetrating. That was very lucky. At this point, though, the game is very, very even. Like, both teams keeping it very close. There is small skirmishes back and forth, some close calls, but overall, the game has stabilized a bit, and TWA has the capture point advantage, and they are starting to gain a small points lead.
Yeah, health-wise, their OM is doing better than TVA. And right now, the TVA Kutuzov is being utilized and, like, stopping the flanking move from the Charles Martels.
Yeah, like Battleship HP is clearly in the favor of TWA, but DD health is clearly in the favor of OM. Their DDs are all extremely healthy without any issues, whereas both Ognivoy and Loyang are below half HP.
I think the Ognivoy is in a pretty good position right now. Lost half the health, which is, you know, he's doing his lone skirmish torpedo thing, right? And I'd be very surprised if he's not running adrenaline rush. So him having lost half of his health, might actually be beneficial at this.
I have to wonder what like these Martels are accomplishing down here at A. I feel like they're constantly blind firing the smoke. Are they actually hitting something here?
They're chipping away at the Kutuzov, setting fires. He's down to 18k right now.
Oh, well, then they're doing surprisingly much damage. The problem is Absolute Dominance is also down to 23k, and Charles Martel is much more reliant on his health to be effective than a KoTS is. Another Torp volley coming in towards the NC. The NC is already reversing and will be safe. KoTS will dodge them as well. Loyang, oh, this is sneaky. I like this. Oh no, the Hydra ran out. They were sending the Loyang across from B to A, and I really love that move, but the Hydra ran out. If you had timed the Hydra cooldown better...
He was going to sit behind the island?
Yeah, behind the island and spot them straight through the wall. That would have been perfect, but the Hydra does run out, so I think they scratched that plan. I'm assuming they're going to save that plan for later. because that's a very smart play. C flipping sides again. At this point though, TWA has managed to accrue about a 50/60 point lead.
Mm.
Charles Martel flanking
that enough?
Ramsey.
It's like that lead is gonna evaporate in
It's one kill.
a minute or so.
It's a 1 kill lead basically. 1 kill and the score flips.
Yeah.
The advantage here with the Charles Martels at this distance to the smoke at A is of course that they are continually torping, and even though it might not seem like much, only 3 torps, but it's constant. The constant threat of eating one of those torps is fairly big. Ognavoid does get spotted briefly. I don't know what kind of damage they're doing to him though.
Nothing unless there's a follow-up salvo.
Loyang is leaving a smoke for the KoTS NC, and now is when I assume they're going to be doing this move across the map. Oh, Benson! Benson from TWA gets spotted by Martel down at A and does get chunked. He does get out of there without taking too much damage though. And here comes the Loyang.
Let's say that.
Oh, what happened to North Carolina? That wasn't the torpid. I think he got citadeled by the Amagi. He must have gotten citadel. Maverick in the
Maverick
smoke.
or
Yeah, Maverick. He's down to 17k. He's getting chunked hard, but here comes the Loyang play. This time with Hydro active and perfectly timed. So we're gonna see what kind of play they can make out of this, because this should force Kutuzov to bail and should give them the capture advantage. How's the Loyang doing at C? Hiding behind the island. Radical Larry is holding on to dear life with only 9k health left. He's close to dying. Hydro does spot the Kutuzov and the Benson. They're both spotted by that Hydra. Oh, that is brilliant Hydra. The question is, will they be able to convert it into a kill?
I don't think so, unless both the Charles Martels are behind the island, no?
Yeah, they're playing it safe, but the
torps though. Oh, didn't have range.
How's the NC doing? He's got his heal up. Radical Larry does have his heal up, and it looks like this force from TWA is forcing OM to completely abandon C. I think they're giving up on C entirely, and they're going to focus on AB instead. They're going to basically bring their forces together and try to crush this group down at A. Kutuzov is forced back, and this cap will switch. So OM back in the lead, this time with a about 30-point lead. Very close game, very, very close game. Oh, another volley of this Ognavoy constantly torping this smoke, and that's a hit on Maverick once more. This is what I talked about, why I wanted to see more Ognavoy in competitive, because the new buff torpedo cooldown makes it a very strong torpedo boat, and it can just continually harass. And unlike the Fubuki, or the previous tier 8 Fubuki, which was vulnerable to carriers, the Ognavoy has access to defensive AA, so it can kind of take care of itself in that sense. So I really like this usage of the Ognavoy from TWA. It's proving to be very strong. Oh, Radical Larry down to 600 health. He has no heal ticking either. Maverick was down to 3k, but his heal is bringing him up. But Radical Larry is so close to
Imperatorial
death.
Chaos spotted now in the open, not even close to smoke. Is there any battleship able to punish him? North Carolina sniping cap, maybe? Could be angled.
There is some battleship AP flying in there. This is a double cap advantage, but OM is holding on. Oh, Radical Larry gets a heal up, so he's no longer in one-shot kill area. But
He
this
just
game,
got spotted, and they're pinging him immediately.
Here's more Ognavoy torps, but these ones have gotten spotted by the carrier planes, but they're heading right into the smoke they are hiding in. Oh, they're gonna force some torpedo beats here.
Speaking about torpedo beats, there's torpedoes coming in towards the smoke of Larry.
Oh, their torps ran out, luckily for them. And oh, Larry is gonna eat one. Larry is dead, unless these torps run out right at the edge, which they will. Oh, he's reversing. No, so close,
No,
but
there
it's
we go.
not enough.
So close, yeah, that hit in the bow, right?
Yep, it clipped him on the bow. And now they are in big trouble. OM is in big trouble because the NC is so low. And once again...
And out of smoke with 7k health.
Maverick is spotted in the open. And this is good. Charles Martel is going to finish him. There's nothing he can do. I don't think the smoke will arrive in time. And all the chip damage they've done to the DDs... Oh, he's got a heal up! But the next volley will kill him. It doesn't matter. Unless he dodges.
Depends on the hit.
Oh, he lives!
Oh.
He's still alive! If barely, he is still alive. That heal, the clutchest heal of all time. He's holding on so very barely. There's no smoke coming in for him. I think he knows he's dead. He's trying to take the Charles Martel with him. He does go down. Does he get any big hits before going down? No, not enough to make a difference. And
a 10 or 2 at most.
OM are 70 points down. 5 minutes left. They do still have the cap advantage now. And this Charles Martel is right in the middle of the open though. Question is, can OM punish him for being caught in the open? He kind of YOLO'd to get that kill. Ognavo is also spotted. Carrier drops Flambas. Flambas has no issues dodging this drop. And he is closing in on the Ognavo. The problem is he is plane spotted, whereas the Ognavo has smoked up. And that's a huge issue because I don't think he has a smoke of his own. Has he used it for the team? He needs to smoke. He has no smoke available. He is a dead DD. Their carriers just can keep him spotted and the Benson will farm him for free. They get the Charles Martel, but he returns with a kill before going down. And Flambas is absolutely certainly dead. And we are down to an 850 to 710. And Loyang is
TWA is contesting B.
Yep. Chapaev could radar, I think, to contest it. Sniping Cat is out of position though. Sniping Cat is very much in the open and that's a lot of
Loyang is smoking up though and reversing towards him. Actually, that's probably not even reversing. No, he's going straight for him.
That's a lot of firepower though. That's 2 Charles Martels at Chapaev, all spamming him. Oh, incoming fire on Meow. Oh, he's just about to get into smoke and he gets into cover. He should be safe. He does damage con and he should be safe. But they keep B in OM hands. And the points difference is 120 with 3 minutes 30 seconds left.
Yep. TWA needs to contest right now. They need to contest B and they need to...
Oh, what happened? Oh, radar. They popped radar. They waited until his damage con was over. Then they popped radar. If they get a fire now, they're going to get this kill.
Cat. 1 fire. That's it.
Oh, that was a fantastic radar. He blind fires the Chapaev back, but doesn't get any hits. He does only get 1 overpen, and they do get the kill, and it's down to an 8-point game. But OM still has the cap advantage, so they will claw down this point game
Legend begins,
in a few seconds. Oh,
down on A.
He's down 1 versus 1 against the Benson, and he has no smoke. He is kiting away and landing some good shots, but the Kutuzov is firing at him. He needs Chapaev help. He should get undetected if he gets behind this island. Loyang should be undetected now.
Yep.
But B is contested. And oh, he torps! The torps catch the Kutuzov! He gets the Kutuzov in the smoke. The Kutuzov was tunnel visioning on firing and didn't pay attention to the possible torps. And now OM suddenly has flipped it around to a 100-point lead with 2 minutes 20 seconds remaining. And it's a 5 versus 6. Chapaev is so spotted. Imperatora, do you have radar? If not, you're taking a huge risk here. He does not have radar. Charles Martel is also spotted with only 6k health. He's down to 4k. They're blind firing into the smoke. They're trying to keep this cap alive. I don't even know if they need the cap at this point.
This is going to be absolute dominance dead. But the AP in return gets some connections. 3.5k on the Chapaev of
853.
And the smoke is dissipating. So, hello, here's a low health Chapaev.
Chapaev is going to die. There's no way he can contest this. But the Benson is contesting A at the same time, so OM is actually not gaining any points at this point. Oh, that Chapaev HE though. Oh, good torps, but that's a fire.
Down to 2k though.
He does have a fire. Imperatora is down to 2k. Loyang is down to 2k as well. But Benson is contesting. OM has still a 50-point lead, but if anyone dies, it's gone. And A is contested, so OM is not gaining any points. If the situation stays like this, TVA will win, because they are going to claw down these points. But wait, Benson goes in, Benson goes ham. He lands some big hits on the Loyang. But is it enough? Is it enough? Is it going to be a trade? He does get the kill.
Oh, he gets him.
Will the Chapaev return fire? Or is the Benson going to kill them both? Oh, it's a kill! Oh, it's a fire!
And the fire!
Loyang
And
gets
he's
in!
gone!
Will the Charles Martel return fire? Ogneboy is shooting him Loyang torps.
Torp?
He
No,
dodges
it's
the
fine.
torps. He's using speed boost to catch up to the Loyang. 90-point lead, 30 seconds remaining. Torpedoes coming in for the drop. Oh, they still have a full torpedo bomber left. Loyang is kiting both Ogneboy and Loyang firing on him. He gets a fire on him. He does have damage gone, so he is still barely alive. And the HE shells are shattering. But here's the Amagi. The Amagi flank is going to be deadly. Meow does kill the Loyang, but what about the Amagi? What about the Amagi? The Amagi is about to shatter these
And we have
862 to 878. A 20-point difference.
So
and
close.
TWA
Jesus, man.
clinches it with 20 points. Whew. Wow. TWA played this game so well. I am so impressed by... That Ogneboy play was so on the spot. I love that Ogneboy play. I wonder how much damage he did, because he absolutely crushed that NC who tried to like have a presence in B. Maverick was forced to constantly move and dodge, and this Ogneboy just non-stop spamming torps in there was pretty much the unsung hero for their team.
Yep. Damn, man.
What a game, man. What a game. And
yeah, OM seemed to have that so, like... They had that for a while. And then
yeah, but it was very sketchy. It was never a solid hold. I can't say it was a throw because I don't think they ever really had a solid hold on it. And when you play against triple DD, any sort of advantage you have can switch and flip so very quickly, because all it takes is one good torpedo volley and it flips on its head. So, and Flambass getting caught in the open with no smoke, and Ogneboy, because see, you saw the power of the Ogneboy always having his personal smoke. Flambass was hoping he'd get an open 1 versus 1 DD fight, but because the Ogneboy is the third DD and he has the smoke to spare for himself, he could just smoke up, and with carrier spotting, just an easy win for him, because there was nothing Flambass could do once the smoke went up. So overall, TWA proving that they absolutely, without a doubt, deserve a spot in the semi-final, and I can see why they 2-0'd AAO, why they 2-0'd Wargaming Pay to Win. They are clearly here to show something, and they took the first game, and well, next map can decide it. Who goes, if they win the next map, they will be the finalist and knock out OM.
Yeah, and this is a situation that OM and Omni doesn't really